Baby, I was in the back of a Chinese hospital, public hospital, giving birth, no medicine because I was too far along in labor without no family, no friends, anyone back there because the public hospital operates differently than the private hospital that we prepaid for thousands and thousands of dollars. Still cheaper than the United States, though.
There's your mom. You're off to be born, Olive. Hope to meet you.
Hello and happy Mother's Day. Oh my God. Happy Mother's Day to all of the beautiful mothers, grandmothers, the matriarchs of the families. Like, yo, Mother's Day has always been important to me. Like, prior to becoming a mom, like, of course, you go, you celebrate your mama, you can celebrate your grandmamas, your aunties, like all the women in your family, your mom friends who are also your aunties, your grandmama friends who are also your aunties, like everyone gets celebrated on Mother's Day. And I just love this holiday. And for some reason, the weather is always really good. Like, it's always really, really good. But now that I've been a mother and celebrating Mother's Day for what, 9 years now, let me tell you, motherhood and becoming a mother is a sacrifice. And it's a sacrifice that no matter how many books you read, how many lectures you listen to, how many wise women that came before you tell you, you do not know the sacrifice that on the moment you become a mother or you that you will make. And as coming from someone who was in the back of a Chinese hospital giving birth by myself at a public hospital, which was in Shenzhen, China, with the inability to make it in time to the private hospital that my husband and I paid for because I was that far into labor, being the naive first time mom that I was, I thought I just couldn't sit down when in reality I was in full blown labor. But me thinking I couldn't just sit down and then I was able to sit down after every so many amount of minutes. I was judging an English debate. And I had judged this same debate several times before, is where Chinese students, high school students, they debate each other essentially. And it's part of the national competition. Anyways, had this whole dramatic scenario. Maybe I'll cut a piece of what I posted years and years ago on my other YouTube channel. But yeah, so your girl was in full term labor and I had to get rushed in China by ambulance to a public hospital that I did not pay for. They did not have a bed for me for. Therefore, my friend, my husband, no one could come in the back, and I'm just in the back, fully clothed, giving birth for the first time. Like, honestly, I don't think it hit me until after. It can't hit you till after because the craziness that ensued was like beyond my comprehension. All I'm thinking is my baby okay? Am I okay? She's not leaving my eyes. I'm not going to sleep. Okay. Anyways, super interesting birth story. I also had my second child via water birth here in the stateside because in China water birth was illegal and I wanted to experience it. And that was also that was a great experience. Both times were a great experience, but baby, I was in the back of a Chinese hospital, public hospital, giving birth, no medicine because I was too far along in labor without no family, no friends, anyone back there because the public hospital operates differently than the private hospital that we prepaid for thousands and thousands of dollars. Still cheaper than the United States, though. Anyway, so what I when I became a mom that day, for one, it's surreal. Motherhood is surreal. But over the years, it's been almost a decade. Wow. Oh my God. What? Okay, anyways. So at a certain part of it, you can motherhood is a sacrifice, is basically what I'm trying to say. You sacrifice your mind, your body, your freedom. You sacrifice so many different aspects of your life. And that's what makes it so beautiful and so special and so unique. Everyone has a different journey. But as a mother, when you sacrifice so much for everyone else, you have to remember that you should not be abandoning yourself. And this is specifically for my moms, women too, but more so specifically for my moms, grandmothers, because I see the ages of the people who watch my channel, and y'all are like my age and older, which is actually really cool. Like, what's up, y'all? Okay, so um the question is, how do you give deeply without losing yourself? And I feel like that's a question that I've been answering over the last year and almost a half since I decided to prioritize the things that I wanted out of my life. I had to answer this very important question. Yes, I have a cool birth story. At the time, it wasn't cool. Like, that was crazy. But I do have these like cool, super amazing moments of motherhood. And when you combine it together, it really does feel like this beautiful, someone painted it. But in reality, At one point in time, I had lost myself and I was giving so much of me to my children because that's what we're taught to do and we're told to do, but I was losing myself. So in the last year and a half, as I've started my health journey, that is a lifestyle now. It started as a journey. It started as a weight loss journey, but now I've come to realize, and I love the fact that this is a part of my life and this is a lifestyle. And also taking the leadership role in business and becoming a small business owner and an entrepreneur, someone that leads their own financial freedom. Same with time as a homeschool mom as well. And so, how do I not lose myself was the question, was a very important part of me starting my journey in all of these different areas. And it didn't all happen at once, and the answers did not come to me all at once. So, I want to talk to anyone, any woman, specifically the mothers, but any woman, because it's a quality of ours that if it's overlooked, not talked about, not reflected on, and not treated as something that we should prioritize, then you could grow older and older, resenting more and more, and just not really getting that fulfillment out of this life. If your children are your whole world, I completely understand. I resonate with that. And because of that, and because I feel that same way too, it's even more important that I ensure I prioritize me in the things that I want to transform my life so that I can get more fulfillment out of this life. Because if I don't do it for myself, how could I truly be a leader that shows and paves the way for those that come after me, e.g., my children? Okay, so this is for you who think that giving your children all of everything is the only thing you should be doing, when actually you're actually taking away from both of you all. You're taking away from yourself. Most importantly, you're also taking away the opportunity for them to see you shine. All right. So, motherhood often glorifies depletion. You are everything to everyone first. Your dream pauses, your body changes. Like nothing is the same after you become a mom. The time disappears and your identity is a blur. Like even when people call you, they call you when your children are small. It's so crazy. They like, or you show up to your friends or family house, they like, where the kids? And you like, I'm here. Like, what about me? And I don't think they mean it in any type of way. It's just that newness of children and the joy that children bring. But also, you like slowly kind of disappear. And this is no shade to anyone. I just want mothers to know that you are seen, you are important, and it's more than just the flowers and the brunch on Mother's Day. It's about you stepping into your power. And as a mom myself, we have to do that for our freaking selves. I want you to do that. I want you to know, I don't care how old you are. I have people watching this channel that are, I think the youngest is like on average 25-year-olds to literally 60 plus. All of you all matter. All of you are worthy of serving purpose. Okay. Sacrifice is so powerful, especially when it serves purpose, not destruction. Okay. When you go for a walk for your health, this is not just weight loss. Okay. Your walking is for your mind. Your body is just going to benefit as well. But walking is for your spirit. Your body is just going to benefit. Your mind is like walking is so beneficial in so many ways. But when you are building discipline in any area of your life, creating that financial freedom that I talk about, teaching and being the leaders of your children, whether you homeschool or not, they should still be learning. You are still their primary teacher. They are still going to be learning from you, whether you know, traditionally homeschool or send them to school. You are still the first point of their education. They're learning from you, whether you know it or not. And pursuing dreams so your children can see that reality. That's when your sacrifice become legacies that your children not only can talk about from a book that they read, but they saw with their own eyes. They experienced it. They saw what you went through. They saw the progress. They saw how something worthy took time. And most importantly, during that time, you didn't disappear. You transformed. The greatest gift we can give our children isn't our exhaustion. They don't need to see us tired anymore. They don't need to see us giving to everyone and being the last one on the priority list, giving ourselves the ugly piece of fish for dinner and giving our husbands and our kids the best parts of it. No, ladies, no, moms, no, women, no, no, no. Our children will benefit most not from our exhaustion, but from us being our best example. So I know, like, you're doing a rock star job and you're thinking, how can I fit something else on my plate? I don't want you to put anything else on your plate. I want you to flip the plate upside down. I want you to start eating your protein first. This is theoretically. Also, eat your protein first. But no, I'm saying I want you to start eating the thing that's going to fuel your muscles. Protein fuels muscles. So think about you prioritizing yourself as being the protein. Yes, we know the carbs. We love the carbs, the fats, all the other things are very important to make sure that our plate is balanced. But eat your protein first. In real life, that's how you should eat. But also in theory, that's how you should think about yourself. You are going to fuel the muscle that is your life, the very important life that you want to build a rich one, a rich version of, and live it mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. You need to fuel it first, which is you eating your protein. So instead of sacrifice, instead of thinking of sacrifice as a way to show up depleted, overworked, under underappreciated, all of the things that deplete you, we're going to flip it around and we're going to fuel ourselves with the exact thing that's going to allow us to literally be stronger mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope so. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. But I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to have been chosen as a portal for my children. Like, first off, that's super dope. And I don't know, any interesting birth stories you like to share? I would love to hear about them. Everyone has this unique way of viewing their birthing experience. I had two amazing experiences on two different continents. And it's so interesting, it really is. But now that I'm like almost a decade in, oh my god, like my baby, I feel like I finally just got back to myself about a year and a half ago. So if you have younger kids and you're feeling like, where's the light? Let me tell you, keep walking. Prioritize yourself. Fuel yourself with the protein first, being aka you being the priority, fueling yourself first. We're gonna get to the desserts, the carbs, the good fats, and all the other parts of the plate that we're gonna get to that. But first it's about you, mama. Okay? It's about you, mama, grandma, mima, yaya, grandmother. It's about you, mother. Okay? Prioritize that. And real quick, I want you to sit with yourself and sit with your thoughts, child free, distraction free. Maybe you can put on some focus music. Or for just like 20 minutes, right? I want you to write down every single thing that you can think about that you wanted to do, that you want to do, that doesn't involve your children, that doesn't involve you sacrificing any part of you. I love my kids. I know you love your kids, but this is a selfish reflection. I want you to take this moment to be a little selfish, and that's okay. Actually, I encourage you to. For me, I've always wanted to Okay, so let me give you an example. So I've lived on now three continents: North America, obviously, Europe, and Asia. But I've wanted to solo travel, and I haven't solo traveled since I became a mom. And I feel so bad because my kids, like, we travel. So I wrote that on my list. I did the same thing I'm telling you to do. Write it down, solo trip. Okay, they can come on day 5 with their daddy. They can come on day 5 with their daddy. No. But they can though. But whatever it is that you want to do, I want you to get back to you, and you're going to prioritize one of those things in the next 30 days, okay? That doesn't involve anybody else. It's only what you want to do right here, right now. That is so important. You have been amazing. You have done an amazing job, and I know you will continue to do an amazing job. And now, with you prioritizing yourself, you will go to elite momhood. You know that? Elite womanhood, because you're a woman first. Don't forget that. You are her. Make sure those kids know that, okay? You are her. So if you want to step out of the, like, mommy worker bees, write that list. Circle the first thing you want to do, and I want you to do. Actually, I said 30 days, and I want you to choose something off that list that you're going to do in 30 days. And I want you to choose something off that list that you want to do in 3 days. So you're going to choose two things: something you can do in the next 72 hours and something you can do in the next 30 days. So the first one have to be something you can actually do. And then the 30 days, it can be something big. I want you to prioritize yourself. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you for all that you do for you and your crew. Keep it up. Keep it up. I want you to stop abandoning yourself so you can prioritize your wealth. So you can truly build that rich life on purpose. I'm talking about a rich life that's mentally rich, physically rich, spiritually rich, and financially rich. I want you to have it all. Mwah. All right. Thank you so much for watching today's video. My name is Spivey J, and I really do hope you have a beautiful day. All right. Peace.